What's going on, guys? Jack here and welcome to episode 35 of the Bristol Rovers career mode series. And in this episode I just want to apologise because I probably won't be able to get a double upload up today, which is a real shame because I really wanted to give you guys a double upload, but for some reason YouTube is acting up recently. It's not just for me, it's for other people as well. It's just not been working how I want it to. It's not been working fluently, so I probably won't be able to get a double upload up, but I will certainly be able to get one episode up at the least, so hopefully you will enjoy that. And also give me suggestions of teams that you want me to do for this Ultimate League series. I did make a bit of a mistake in the last episode by saying it's completely my series and I haven't seen anything on it before on YouTube. What I meant to say is, or what I'm going to say is right now is, I know that MGH did do a series similar to this. It's not exactly the same. It's not the same kind of, it's the same kind of concept, but it's not exactly the same, as you'll see when I bring out the first episode. But it's really not the same because I've got teams and different leagues. So that there's the Football League 1, which is full of second best teams, I guess you could say, in that league. And then the obviously, of course, I think, yeah, I've got a list of the teams that I'm going to be covering, or the leagues that I've covered right here, and it is League 1, BPL, Eredivisie, Liga BBVA, of course, the Bundesliga, the Portuguese League, Italy and Russia. So basically choose your team from there. It's got to be a minimum, I'd say a minimum of 4 stars or 3.5 stars, but if I don't have that team in that league, because I've already made the actual league itself, and that will be all ready and done for. All I need to do now is pick a team, and I need your guys' suggestions. So if you've got any suggestions of particular teams you want me to cover, preferably not really high league teams such as Man United or Manchester City or anything like that, because, you know, playing with the 5-star teams isn't a challenge now, is it? I mean, you're going to have a lot of finances, you're going to have good players at the club already. I know some people suggested teams like FC Porto. I'd be more than happy to do a career mode of Ultimate League with FC Porto. I think that would be a really good idea because Porto have a lot of young players. They've got a lot of good players as well, such as Juan Manuel Iturbe. They've also got Kelvin, the 5-star skiller. They've got, well, they used to have Hulk, but they don't have Hulk anymore. But they have a lot of other good players as well, and I'm sure it would be a very fun career mode to do. The only position that I think they're really weak in, if I'm going to be honest with you, is goalkeeper, because they got Danilo at right back, who's one of the best right backs in career mode, in my opinion. He is really solid. I played with him before on career mode, just as a tester, and his growth is just phenomenal. It really is. Like, a lot of players this year don't have great growth for some reason, or growth glitch, or whatever it is this year that means that it's a bit of a struggle for players to grow. But he does not have that problem whatsoever. So if you want me to do it with FC Porto, then I will do it with them. But if you want me to do it with a different club, preferably from the leagues I suggested, then do let me know as well down in the comment section below. And as I've said before, preferably not teams with a crap ton of finances and a really kind of solid squad as it is already, because that would just not be a challenge whatsoever. If I was Real Madrid, I'd already have Cristiano Ronaldo, I'd already have a really solid squad, plus 80 million to spend on players, because come on now, that's just way too easy. That's not going to be entertaining whatsoever. And career mode and career modes on YouTube have come a long way since then, because it's not as entertaining to see a career mode where you're starting off with a team with such a high finance rate, although it does sound like a good idea, but to be honest, I wouldn't really do it. But you can see that we were going into this game against Preston North End. Did go on a bit of a rant there. I've done that quite a lot recently. But we did go into this game against Preston North End, which is Bailey Wright's old club. And he is growing phenomenally. He's already up to 68 overall. And Emile Sinclair did bag 2 goals in that game. And a lot of people have been telling me to maybe get rid of Emile Sinclair and bring in a better striker. At the moment, I don't think that's really an option, because if he's scoring that many goals like that, he wasn't playing with Brunt in that game, he was playing with Clayton. If he's scoring all them goals, I think there's no reason for me to get rid of him. And you can see we're going into the squad report here. And if you do want to see any players' growth, then of course pause the video. You can see there Bailey right up 68 overall. Joe Widdowson doing well. Of course, we bought him from Northampton, I think it was last year, on a swap deal, and that was the best swap deal that I've ever done in this career mode for sure. And Frank Doyle already up by +3. Ryan Gould is a real worry. That's something that I'm not really sure what to be doing with at the moment, because if I loan him out, will I be able to recall him? Because the funds that I've got at the moment, I'm very restricted with them. And my worry is I loan him out and then I can't recall him again, which would be a real bummer, because it means I'd have to go through the whole season without that player. And it would be a real struggle, because he is a leader. He's already got 9 assists so far this season. He's one of the top assisters in the league, which is quite surprising because none of his stats have increased whatsoever. I really need to understand why none of his stats have gone up, even though, despite the fact that he's one for the future, when that usually pops up on a news feed, I guess, it usually means that he's going to be a really good player in the future. And maybe I'm just being a bit harsh and not giving him enough time to grow, but 3 months is more than enough for any other stats apart from mental stats to go up. I really don't understand it, if I'm going to be honest with you. And if he doesn't grow before the January transfer window, there's going to be some serious thinking of possibly offloading him on loan to another club and then recalling him again. But of course I'd need some funds to be able to do that, because otherwise I just won't be able to do it. And I don't want to be losing one of my best cams all season just to send him on loan and hope that he will grow in overall and become a much better player, because that's just, it may not work. That's the thing. I know I've seen it work where people have loaned out players and it's completely worked, but I just have a little worry and a niggle in the back of my mind that it just won't work. But anyway, we're going into this game against Oldham Athletic, and this is in the league again. 2 league games in this episode, and we're closing in very close. I think by episode 38 we'll be at the January transfer window, which is when hopefully we may be able to bring in a couple of signings, but there will probably be free agents or something like that, and I may loan out a couple of youngsters as well, such as Aliki Santos. He hasn't been getting too much game time at the club, and he is way behind, way down the pecking order. And you can see in this game against Oldham Athletic, though, we were just going absolutely bossing. We were just bossing it out. It's as simple as that. I mean, Ryan Gould there, a fantastic cross into the path of Max Clayton, who just has a simple finish into the bottom corner, and the goalkeeper stood no chance there. But what I did notice was all of their goalkeepers were injured, and this is something I have noticed. Either all of their goalkeepers are injured or they've offloaded all their goalkeepers. Oldham Athletic's goalkeeper wasn't a goalkeeper. That's what I did notice. I'm pretty sure he wasn't a goalkeeper because he just didn't save anything whatsoever. I have noticed that quite a lot, and we could have made it 3-0 there, but unfortunately the through ball from Ryan Gould wasn't good enough to Ellis Harrison, and we do carry on with the game. But we were so dominant in this game, and once again right here we get another very good chance on goal. A mistake from the keeper and an easy tap in. That's the easiest goal you're ever going to score. But something I have noticed as well is that this year it's the goalkeepers that are making so many mistakes. In FIFA 13 that would never happen, not on World Class, no chance whatsoever would that happen. But on FIFA 14 there seems to be more kind of, the AI seem to make a lot more mistakes, put it that way, and they do make that mistake, and that puts us 3-0 up, and we're in very good stead at that moment in time. And we do get a corner here after the throw-in was deflected by the defender. Another good chance to score just before half-time. We give this one to Ryan Gould, who whips it in, and who's on the end of that? Of course, it's Ryan Brunt. The goalkeeper just standing there like a statue. We were just dominant in this game, and they just couldn't handle us. We were on fire, and 4-0 before half-time is turning out to be one of our most emphatic results of the season so far. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous that we've managed to score 4 goals even before half-time. And you could say that that was the defender's fault for being at the near post and not being able to clear that one away with his head. But it's his fault. He's too small. He needs to kind of get a bit bigger there. And you can see Ryan Brunt picking up the ball off the defender. And what a finish. This guy cannot stop scoring. If he's in a game and we're doing well, he will get on the score sheet. It's as simple as that. And showing here once again why he's a top class player. Deserves to be higher rated than 64 in this career mode if he's finishing shots off like that. And I can imagine we'll get a lot of offers for him in January, but I'm just not going to offload him. And if I will, it will be for well over 2 million, and that's not going to happen, of course. But if it does, then they are stupid, because I'll be able to bring in a player like Naki Wells, and he is absolutely incredible. I do want to bring him in. He's a target for next season, as I probably won't be able to get him this season, because he's already got 82 finishing and really, really good pace and strength on him. So I can imagine him being a really, really good player. And Brunt there getting a 9.7 match rating. But guys, if you have enjoyed this episode of Career Mode and want more Career Mode from me, please like and subscribe. If we can hit 35 likes, that would be incredible. And I'll see you next time for another episode. Thanks for watching.